have a handsome debonair husband, 4 stinking fantabulous children, and the best girlfriends a girl could ever have. The girls are coming over to my house tonight, and we're gonna have a party. I'm making chorizo stuffed mushrooms and a pan seared halibut with roasted peppers and a yellow rice-inspired orzo with Spanish ham. And last but not least, I've got some delicious Cava Sangria to rock their boat. My girlfriends are called, well, I like to call them my sofrito sisters because they love sassy food. So they're coming over today, and I'm gonna make some beautiful chorizo stuffed mushrooms. So I have these beautiful white-capped mushrooms, and we're gonna save the stems. These don't go in the trash. I have a damp paper towel, and we're just going to wipe the schmutz off them. These stems are great. They add a moistness and really great flavor for our stuffing. You wanna get even-sized mushrooms that'll hold about a nice heaping tablespoon. Let's give this some heat. And I'm gonna drizzle a little olive oil in the pan. I'm not hitting this with high heat. We're just sauteing a little bit. I don't want any big chunks in there, just little pieces like this, almost like little pieces of rice. So we have some nice heat on this pan. When the mushroom releases its juices, it's releasing flavor as well. And we want all of that for our stuffing. Lower the heat a little bit. Let's chop up an onion. I like to leave the root head on. It just helps me secure the onion while I'm chopping it. So we're going to get rid of the tail, but we're going to keep the root head, okay? And we hold our onion flat, and there we go. Slice across. And then I'm holding the onion fixed in place, and I'm slicing down. And then we slice across, and we have diced onion. And I'm crying here. Tears of joy, actually. Okay, looking at my mushrooms, and they pretty much drank up the olive oil, so let's give it a little more. Just a little bit. I've heard so many rumors about what to do to stop crying when you're chopping onions, but I'll tell you the truth, nothing's ever worked for me. So I'm from Brooklyn, I just tough it out. That's how we roll. Now I'm gonna give that a little more heat. Let's mix that up. Can you see, oh, that mushroom smells like amazing. A nice earthiness. Okay. We're gonna let that go for a second until the onion gets soft. I have some chorizo here. We're gonna have to peel this chorizo. Unlike Mexican chorizo or Argentine chorizo, is Spanish chorizo. It's a cured sausage. It does have a pretty tough skin, and we're gonna wanna take that off. I want to pulse this so it's grainy, almost like chopped meat. Let's work on these chorizos. Pulse it. I don't want any big chunks in there. Okay, I think that works. It looks like chopped meat to me. Woo, that smells fabulous already. But let's go back here. Okay, it's starting to get soft. I'm going to add 2 cups of breadcrumbs. The breadcrumbs act as a binder, so when we add oil, the whole thing doesn't turn to mush. Let's add a little olive oil to this. I'm looking for color. The breadcrumbs are starting to turn a lovely nutty shade. You see the brown? That's the toast that I'm looking for on the breadcrumbs. And I'm just gonna put this on low heat. Over. Let's do this. The onion is soft. Put that right into the bowl. Okay, wonderful. We're gonna use just a drop of that olive oil. I'm gonna kiss the pan with it, and then we're gonna use the chorizo. Okay, and that's on low heat. I want it to bloom, just to bring out the fragrance. Oh, look how pretty. It's just starting to sweat and release a little bit of color and its fragrance. Wow. Let's add this to our stuffing. We're done with this. And we have our stuffing. And the breadcrumbs are loose. They're not mushy. I'm gonna grate some manchego cheese, which is a sheep's milk cheese from the region of La Mancha in Spain. And do a nice coarse grate so that you have little chunks of it. I have some pretty parsley here. Let's just nice little chop. Parsley is one of those 79-cent investments that turn a dish into something really special. Got a taste, right? Needs a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, a little bit of chicken stock, just to douse it a little bit. That's going to add flavor and bind this together so that the stuffing isn't falling out of the mushrooms. Look at the colors in this. I have my mushroom caps here. I'm going to brush them with a little olive oil on the outside. I don't want them to dry out when I put them in a hot oven. It just gives the little caps a brush of olive oil. Plus it adds flavor. Layering those flavors, building those dishes, right? Okay, we have our stuffing. I'm going to mound. Look how great this is going to look. Look how pretty that stuffing. The red of the chorizo, the white of the onion, the green of the parsley. Look at all those beautiful flavors. Little components that work well together to make one really good taste at the end. And there we go. I'm going to put them in a nice hot oven, 400. For 20-25 minutes, I'm going to check them, make sure that they're nice and golden brown and steamy and delicious. I'm going to follow up those mushrooms with a fantastic, figure-friendly halibut served with an olive tapenade and a golden orzo that is as pretty to look at as it is to taste. And what's a party without something wet and wild?
Ina's bringing it back to basics.
Make it really easy, make it fun.
With mouth-watering recipes everyone can make.
We're putting on quite a show.
Barefoot Contessa, all-new episode today at 1:30, 12:30 Central on Food Network.
Critics call New in Town the first genuinely funny movie of 2009.
No way.
Yes, wait.
It's Legally Blonde meets Sweet Home Alabama.
You can't pee outside?
I'm stuck. You could have just cut the zipper.
New in Town, rated PG, in theaters Friday.
Vegetables need more time in the sun ripening and less time on the stove being overcooked. So to make Campbell's condensed soup, we don't boil it down. We just add less water from the start.
So many, many reasons it's so good.
This is Food Network, in the kitchen.
Sometimes your day is complicated enough. When you get home, keep things simple. Goya extra virgin olive oil, imported from Spain. Who thought such taste could be enjoyed so easily? If it's Goya, it has to be good.
For more than 65 years, Hickory Smoked Cook's hams have been holiday favorites.
Ham.
My favorite.
But the other 362 days of the year, ham is the forgotten meat.
Ham?
On Tuesday?
It is high time Cook's ham is as vital to the any-day meal as it is to the holiday meal. So remember, Cook's new quartered spiral-sliced hams can be prepared in no time flat. For convenient any-day meals, don't forget the forgotten meat.
I run a doggy daycare. Use your inside voice.
Things can get a little hectic, not to mention messy.
Mr. Jiggles.
Thankfully, the Pro Heat 2X from Bissell is always there for me. It's got twice the brushes and twice the heat. For a deep clean you can see.
Bissell. We mean clean. Enter Bissell's MVP photo contest and your pet could end up on the Pet Hair Eraser vacuum package.
Yo, dude, that cereal has high fructose corn syrup in it. So even a doofus like you must have heard what they say about it.
What? That it's nutritionally the same as sugar and it's fine in moderation?
Whatever, dude.
Get the facts. You're in for a sweet surprise.
Get ready for an all-new season of Ace of Cakes.
We're ready to rock.
More attitude.
Awesome.
Personality. And of course, cake.
They might say, wow, that sucks, but at least they'll say, wow.
Ace of Cakes. All new Thursday night at 10 on Food Network.
While the mushrooms are finishing in the oven, I'm going to get started on the main course. I have a gorgeous halibut that has a black olive tapenade, and we're going to serve that with a golden orzo. I'm going to set some clam juice to warm up. I'm going to cook the orzo with clam juice because I'm serving the orzo with fish and the flavors go together. And that's 4 bottles of clam juice. And we're going to set it on medium heat. I just want it to come to a simmer. While that's happening, we can work on the tapenade. I have some beautiful pitted galleta olives, and I'm going to pit a few more. Tapenade is one of my secret ingredients. It's great just on a little toasted crostini, served with a slice of egg or in a sauce. So we'll finish that up. I have some beautiful oil-cured olives that I'm going to add. So we're going to add some anchovy. You want to be careful with your anchovy. You can always add salt later, but it's difficult to take it out. There's a lot of brine in those olives. I'm going to add some cumin, some beautiful capers, different layers of flavor. It's going to be amazing. We're going to add some garlic, a couple of cloves, and wow, that's pretty. Okay, the last perfect touch. Grab a little bit of parsley. We'll shave our leaves. Parsley is one of those herbs that has tender little stalks. It's flavor. Okay, and here we go. So I want to make sure that there aren't any strands of parsley. It's a nice chop. Our tapenade is ready for the bowl. The oil from the olives just gives that tapenade a beautiful sheen. You know what? I have to taste this. Amazing. Oh, the brininess of the olives and the garlic and the smoke of the cumin. Wow. There's going to be some happy girls in my dining room tonight. Into this Dutch oven, we're going to add one of the secrets to Latin cooking, achote oil, which I like to use instead of saffron because it adds both color and a delicate flavor. To make it, start with a tablespoon of achote seeds and gently poach them in a cup of olive oil to release their beautiful color and flavor. Drain, and you can store the oil for up to a week in the refrigerator. I have this beautiful jamon serrano, which is ham, similar in taste and texture to prosciutto. It's so delicate and so delicious. These hams are really something to look for. And I'm just going to do a medium dice. We're going to saute the jamon in our achote oil, and my kitchen is going to explode with aroma when that happens. Oh my goodness. Let's add some garlic to that. 2 cloves, 3? I'm going to go with 3. Let's lower the heat. Just enough to bloom the fragrance out of the ham. Oh, and that jamon, the ham is just filling the entire kitchen with its beautiful fragrance. Orzo is rice-shaped pasta. I want to toast the pasta. The flavor actually intensifies. Let's add a little salt and pepper. Not too much because there's salt in the ham. Pepper, and we're stirring to coat and to toast. Smells like Rice Krispies. It's popping and toasting, and it smells like $1 million in here. Okay, add enough of the clam broth. Ooh, little by little, let the pasta drink the clam juice because I don't want orzo soup. I want it to look like a risotto. I don't want it to look like soup. So if we add the fluid in little by little, it's going to be perfect by the time we finish. Let's lower the heat on this so that there's a nice, happy bubble going on in the pot, but it's not, you know, it's not furious. Wow. This is going to be a hit for sure. Now that we've made the tapenade, I have store-bought peppers. I could roast my own, but I don't want to spend the day in the kitchen. I'd like to make a little bed of roasted sweet peppers to lay the beautiful white halibut on. And I'm not going to do anything fancy with them. I'm just going to cut them into little strips because I just want to make a little mound, a little bed. Let's add a little more. And stir it. Ooh. That looks beautiful. Okay. Okay, and we'll finish those up. We're ready for the last of the clam juice. Just pour that in. And that's the last little drink I'm going to give it before I serve my beautiful orzo. Oh, I'm so happy with this. Okay, so let's finish up our peppers. And let's get ready for our mushrooms. They smell amazing. Let's see, what do we got? Wow! What we have are happy sofrito girls. There's an extra mushroom over here. Maybe that's for the cook. What do you think? I'm getting very excited. These are really hot, but by the time the girls show up, they'll be perfect. And you know what else? My girls are going to love the way the olive tapenade accents the halibut, the salty sweet flavor of the orzo, and the fruitiness of my favorite party starter.
Weekdays. Make a date with the people who know food best.
This is really fun. I'll show you how I do this.
They've got fresh ideas.
It's such a great, easy kid snack. This is a fantastic shortcut.
And the know-how to show you how.
They're going to be so good when they come out of the oven.
To make every afternoon a break from the everyday.
You won't believe what I'm cooking next.
Gosh, that's fun. Oh, I'm so happy with this. Okay, so let's finish up our peppers. And let's get ready for our mushrooms. They smell amazing. Let's see, what do we got? Wow! What we have are happy sofrito girls. There's an extra mushroom over here. Maybe that's for the cook. What do you think? I'm getting very excited. These are really hot, but by the time the girls show up, they'll be perfect. And you know what else? My girls are going to love the way the olive tapenade accents the halibut, the salty sweet flavor of the orzo, and the fruitiness of my favorite party starter.
Weekdays. Make a date with the people who know food best.
This is really fun. I'll show you how I do this.
They've got fresh ideas.
It's such a great, easy kid snack. This is a fantastic shortcut.
And the know-how to show you how.
They're going to be so good when they come out of the oven.
To make every afternoon a break from the everyday.
You won't believe what I'm cooking next.
Gosh, that's fun.
Other treatments, relieving the symptoms of RA and controlling the advance of joint damage. Do not take Orencia with another biologic medicine for RA due to an increased risk of serious infection. Orencia can cause serious side effects, including serious infections. Certain cancers have been reported. Tell your doctor if you are prone to or have any infection like an open sore or the flu. If you have a history of COPD, a chronic lung disease, Orencia may worsen your COPD.
Tell your doctor about the challenges you face every day with RA. Ask about Orencia and see if you could be saying, "Oh, yes, I can."
A Hallmark Hall of Fame world premiere.
And was set up by a professional matchmaker.
I thought that wasn't practiced any longer.
It's his obligation to marry her.
You're kidding, right? He's kidding.
Two people with nothing in common.
Sorry, wasn't expecting company.
Or a wife.
A love story that defies tradition.
You are not right for each other.
I'm in love with him.
Lauren Ambrose, Ricky Lake, Mercedes Ruehl.
To put it actually in front of the house, but I wouldn't allow that. I was so unsatisfied. That's why it only took me 3 weeks. In 3 weeks, I switched back.
While the orzo is finishing, I need to get my halibut steaks. 1 piece for each of my sofrito girls. Add a little bit of canola oil. Just enough for the bottom of the pan. And we want to do that at high heat. You see the pretty skin over here? I want to sear the fish skin side down to make a real crusty, crunchy skin. Okay, salt. Again, I like to use sea salt because it's nice and clean. And pepper. Oil in that pan is getting nice and hot. Okay, take a peek and see how that skin is crisping up. Crisping up nice. Okay, in the meantime, I can clean my stove as my mother's watching. See, that's a nice crust on that skin. Flip my halibut over. Look how pretty that looks. Let me get under the fish and flip it. And now finish this beautiful halibut in the oven at 375 for about 3 minutes. Okay, so I'm doing it in the oven because I want to finish it with gentle heat so it stays nice and juicy. I'm going to come over to the fridge, get some parsley, because we want to give a little extra burst of color and flavor to our delicious orzo. So let's set this over here. And we're just gonna shave. Wow. Now I have a beautiful little platter over here. Look how pretty these look. I'm so excited. You know what's great about cooking for someone? It's like having a present, and the best part is the face of the person who gets it. You know, that's like, for me, the biggest treat. So we'll start with this. We have these beautiful mushrooms and my gorgeous platter all ready for the halibut. They are gonna be psyched about this. When I come back, we're gonna make some Cava Sangria. Party!
Man Caves knows every man deserves a killer castle. Football pro Tony the Goose Siragusa and licensed contractor Jason Cameron are here to help guys like you. Man Caves, Tuesday night at 9 on DIY Network.
Welcome to Idaho, where the world's best potatoes come.
50 total cash back on the 2009 GMC Acadia. See your local Buick Pontiac GMC dealer.
New Ronzoni Bistro.
Yeah, delicious pasta meals in 90 seconds.
Whoa. Will my other dream come true?
He's not the president!
Delicious pasta meals that are a dream come true. New Ronzoni Bistro.
Try the first great-tasting, zero-calorie, natural sweetener born from the leaves of the stevia plant. Truvia, honestly sweet. Find it at your grocery store.
It's tailgating party time. The Food Hall of Famers make your favorite football eats.
Yeah.
From the pregame snacks to the victory feast.
Now we're tailgating.
What could be better?
Tailgating party night. Tonight at 8/7 Central on Food Network Nighttime.
The beauty, the pageantry, the grace.
Your Miss America is...
Who goes down and who gets the crown? Miss
Dollops or quenelles. And we're just gonna shape those with our spoons. How pretty does that look? The halibut is very mild tasting, so that black olive tapenade is really gonna press its wow factor. Wow, is that a picture or what? I wanna make that Cava Sangria with fresh berries, and that's a real nice drink. Cava is a sparkling wine from Spain. Oh, oh. Nothing says party like that. Okay. There we go. Okay? I'm gonna make a little simple syrup, even add more bubbly to it, of course, is the fruit when we finish the pitcher of sangria. And?
What, you need one for yourself?
You're right, you're right. Girls, I have some delicious food for you. Chorizo Stuffed Mushrooms. You better get down on some of these.
Right away. Oh my God.
This is smoky. It's delicious.
Who needs a plate? This looks fabulous. I'm just ready to go into it. Yes. Yes.
Take care of my girls, for sure.
So good.
And it looks beautiful.
You want to wear it, right?
Yes. Delicious.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is so good.
Try this. With the olive? Yes.
No,
Esto so good.
Where's my